What is going on, guys? DBG here. Today we're going to be ranking the best power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, lads. So, we're ranking how good they are, specifically for the power forward position. So there's going to be a lot of kind of undersized guys that aren't going to be the greatest at power forward, but they're still going to be decent cards. And same with some others. So, let's go. Poku. D. E. E. Look, at this stage in the game, Pokuševski was alright when he came out. E tier. I'm gonna go E tier with Amari Stoudemire. Like, Amari was fine in Season 6. Like, he was completely fine. I'm telling you. He had a lot of good things going for him. The issue with Amari was he just wasn't that great at anything. And he was like the first big man that could really move in terms of dribbling, but yeah, that's all he really had. Drummond, he's like 35 ball handle. F, I don't think his release is bad. He's not a bad shooter. Yeah, Drummond's very weak. There's no reason to use Drummond in this game. AK, a power forward, I think is no better than Alexei Pokuševski. Like, I really would not use... Do you want to know who the best player to use so far on this list is? Andrew Bogut. He's that chick, and he's that good at playing lanes. The best player. At power forward, by the way. So if you're talking about who the best player is so far, it's probably either like Poku or AK. But they both are good at small forward. And the best power forward so far is Bogut. Jameson, again, Jameson's not a bad card. Like, don't get me wrong, he's fine. Like, Jameson is completely fine as a MyTEAM card. The only issue with Jameson is that, like, he's too small to play power forward. This Anthony Davis right here, give me C tier. He's not very good. He's not very good. Sabonis is just lengthy. He's lengthy with a really good release. I'm going to put him in B tier. I think he is in that, like, third tier of players. Like, he's most definitely not nearly top 5. Or probably not, like, top 25, to be honest. Bam. I actually prefer Bam to these guys at power forward. So, like, I'm going to put Bam down here in, like, in D tier. If you want to argue him lower, that's fine. Honestly, Simmons at power forward's alright. Like, give me him at C tier. He's alright at power forward. Big Ben Wallace. By the way, I'm going to move these guys around because we don't just want all the new players in at the end. I just realized that, like, this list got reset and it was like all the new players that have been in since last month, all got shoved to the bottom. So just moving to random places. Okay, I'm going Ben Wallace in B tier. Again, a lot of positive things. The only negative is that he's small. I'm not lying, like, that is the only negative when it comes to Ben Wallace, is he is very, very undersized. Like, he doesn't have the greatest height in the world, but he's, as a card, he's perfectly fine. Good ball handler, really good release, good movement. They're also so good on defense that I have to give him D tier, but he's just not very good. Like, he's not tall for a point guard, for a power forward. It's not like he's small. Like, don't get me wrong on that one. It's not like he's small as far as power forwards go. He's just not very tall. And for me, I'm like, I gotta put him down here in D tier. His release is just that bad. But at this stage of the game, Blake's like E tier. Like, I don't think Blake's any better than Bam. Bob Lanier, yeah, getting the F tier. Bob McAdoo. McAdoo's as good as AD. I think he's better than Bill Russell. He's better than Bam. I wish that the week he came out, like, he was the exchange award for TT Online, TT Offline. The week that he came out was basically it was the week that I was sick, so I never got him. I kind of wish I did. I'm gonna put him in high A tier. Like, 80's good. I think he's small at power forward. Bob Nedelicki's gonna go into B tier. He's got the best set shot 25 in the game for a big man, in my opinion, or for a power forward. I think the best set shot 25s are probably like Luka, Jordan, and Scotty Barnes. Like these guys are like 6'6" and below with their set shot 25s are actually really, really good. But yeah, I like it on Bob Nedlicky as well. I really, really like it on Bob Nedlicky. So yeah, let's go to Boban. Boban, he's worse than Sabonis. He's a bigger Sabonis with a worse studies. Larry Bird, a power forward. I'm putting Larry Bird in D tier. I like Larry Bird, not a good power forward. Bobby Jones, another player, really good, not a power forward. Bobby Portis is he's not F tier. He's not great. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't try to argue with me that like I'm trying to say Bobby Portis is good, but like he's better than these two guys in F in worthless or F. Okay, who else is gonna go into F tier? At this stage of the game, Karl Malone has to go down there. Who? Oh, you. Julius Randle's terrible. He's genuinely terrible. If I want to keep it to 5, it's one more. Chest pass release Tom Chambers, probably? And Mikal Bridges has got to go into there. He's terrible. So Karl Malone's moved up. Anyone else that absolutely sucks on this list? Not that I can see, anyway. Most of these cards are at least usable. Tobias Harris kind of sucks. But my 5 is set. I think my 5 is set. Unless I see another one. Bull. Lowest of B tier. Bull is not him this year at all. Carmelo Anthony, a power forward, get into D tier. Chet Holmgren, A. Chet is by far... AD, you get up there. You get up there as well. I prefer Chet to AD, but I'm not going to say they're a tier apart. They both might get moved down, though. But Chet Holmgren, just the way... Chet is the best moving 7-footer in the game with the ball in his hands. He just feels so smooth. I'm going to go D tier with Birdman. Birdman's got that really good release. He's actually quite a bit better. He's like a way better version of Andre Drummond. Cat, the release is just too slow. I'm going to put him in D tier. I'm going to move Bogut down. I'm going to move Bam down. Yeah, this looks a bit better. And I'm going to move Birdman down. Kareem. I would love to put Kareem in S tier, but I know he's not a top 5. I know there's a better version of Kareem at power forward. This Kareem's really nice, though. He can curry. He moves well. He's still got his normal release, which is pretty damn good. And it's just a really nice card. Bosch. Look, at this stage of the game, Bosch is E tier. Boucher, E. Porzingis, S. No-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Like, one of the best guys in this game to run a power forward. An absolute no-brainer. I'm kind of scared that, like, my center and power forward lists are going to be very similar at the top. Weber... I'm still going to put... I think Weber's better than AD, even at power forward, so I'm going to put Weber in A tier. Maybe it's because I just prefer the end games that don't come with set shot 23 or base 3. Set shot 25 or base 3. Like, I'd rather use a Harden, I'd rather use a Weber. I'd rather use, like, a... Well, I wouldn't rather use a Jokic. I don't like Jokic at all. But I'd rather use those guys. Or even a hidden endgame in Chet Holmgren, where they gave him a damn endgame release. Than an endgame. Larry... Like, Larry's my small forward. Larry's one of my favorite small forwards this entire game. But he's B tier. He is B tier. He's huge. Danny Manning is better than these guys in D tier. If Larry was bigger, I'd play him. You know, if I got Weber in A tier, I gotta put Larry in A tier. Larry's better than Weber. Even though he is set 25. Magic Johnson, you know what? I'm gonna put, because he's out here with like base 110, he can move a lot. Like, he moves like well for a power forward. I actually don't mind him there. I actually don't mind him at all at power forward. I'm putting him in B tier. Christian Wood, D. He shoots. I'm gonna go S for Kareem, A for Simmons. Like, Simmons is a player that's potentially moved up to S tier. Like, just that jump shot is super nice on a lefty. Set shot 25. He's the only Session 25 point guard eligible playing the game, but again, this is power forward. I don't know. I would consider putting him up. Ferry. I think Ferry's better than AK. I'm gonna put Ferry in either. Dawkins. I'm gonna put Dawkins in B. I actually prefer Dawkins over like this Ben Simmons and this Anthony Davis. I'll give him C tier, but I like him. I do like him. I don't like David Robinson in this game. I loved his like pink diamond card. I liked his opal. I didn't love his opal. I liked his opal. But there's just something about this card right here that is just so damn nice. It's just so nice. I'm telling you, I just really freaking like David Robinson. I think he is a fantastic, fantastic card. Or sorry, there's something about this card that I just don't like. Sorry. I think he's been a fantastic card this year. But he'll be low A. He'll be low A. X-Man, C. Buggy, D. Dirk, E. Worst endgame. Give me freaking Bill Russell over Dirk. That release is just so unusable. Now, like, Wiseman's better than... Like, I'm going to have to move David Robinson down because Wiseman's better than him. I'm going to move these two guys down as well. If we want to keep this list somewhat proportional, like, I'm going to have to move these two guys down because Simmons is better at power forward. Like, Wiseman is so damn nice. That release is so chick. I'm also going to move you down. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with Bol move down. Wiseman's so freaking chick, though. This Dirk, S. S. Stand by it. I love the Curry slide. I love the freaking Stevie Francis size up. I love the Curry fade. Like, this is a end game that is like slightly different than most of the end games, and I freaking love this Dirk. I'm such a big fan of this Dirk Nowitzki card. Draymond, E. Odom, a power forward, B. B. I love Lamar Odom. Would not want to run him a power forward. Player build's alright, but like, I don't want to run him against dudes that are like 8 foot tall. Dwight Howard. Jesus Christ, what happened to you? Dwight Howard's worse than Andre Drummond. Like, Dwight Howard, man. Andre Drummond, you've gained your spot in E tier. Dwight Howard. Like, this was the best version of Dwight Howard we got. We got this on like the 1st of March or something. I think it literally was the 1st of March. It was either the 1st of March or the 8th of March. I think it was the 1st of March that we got this card. And this was the last Dwight Howard that we got. But it's cool. We got 6 Taco Falls. We got 11. There was no Dark Matter LeBron James in this Dwight was released. We got 11 Dark Matter LeBrons. Speaking of 11, 2011, the year where Dwight Howard finished ahead of LeBron James in MVP voting. Still nothing for that year of Dwight. Mobley. He's C tier, but he's better than Bol. Fernando Martin, a power forward. Nah, give me C tier. Player build's not that big even. But he's a good card. Point guard Giannis, a power forward. I hit back. My bad. Point guard Giannis, a power forward, is going to go into... Like, look, if I got Simmons up there, I'm putting him in A tier. I got it. Like, he's the best he's the best wing defender in the game. He is going A tier. This version of Giannis, highest of B. The best power forward to run at B tier. His build is just too good for defense this year. This Giannis the same. Only difference is this one has Pro 3 behind the back, this one doesn't. Hakeem. I'm going to put Hakeem in B tier. I'm going to put Hakeem in B tier. He's one of the better players in B tier. But again, a lot of these B tier guys and A tier guys are interchangeable. Horace Grant is freaking him. If you've ever used this Horace Grant card, they gave the dude like God tier dribble sigs, tray escape, and like this really chick release. Like, I remember using him on my... Even in clutch time for ages in my 30-day squad, and he freaking carried, man. He was so good. Wait, what's Larry? Why is Larry Bird? Oh, sorry, this. I was going to say, why is endgame Larry Bird? Like, no, it's not endgame. But, I gotta move this Larry Bird up. But Jabari Smith is too small to play power forward. Straight up, just too small. At this stage of the game, Sigma's D tier. He had his time, though. Like, Jack, a lot of these cards here had their time. Which is a good thing, is that most cards when they came out at different stages were good. Jade McDaniels. He's into that, like, not quite F tier category, but not very good. I'm going to put Jalen Duren in that category as well. I don't like this card. James Worthy. Are you going to push Bob Lanier up? I'll give you benefit of the doubt and put you in E tier. I'm going to C tier for Jaren Jackson Jr. I stupidly locked in for him. I just had a bunch of MT left over in my 30-day series, and I just locked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. He's good on current gen. If we're talking current gen, he's probably B tier, but he's hopeless on next gen. Jermaine O'Neal. This is our first D tier inclusion in a while. He's good. He's still alright. Like, he still moves very well. They still give him juice, dribbling, SIGs, his release. You just can't green with him. Like, if he didn't have base 94, if he had a release he could green consistently, he'd be good. Him, E tier. Embiid, C tier. I don't like Joel Embiid. I'm just putting it out there. I don't like him. Give me Giannis. Give me freaking Magic Johnson power forward over Embiid. And I literally, like, for anyone who doesn't know, I grinded for Joel Embiid with freaking COVID. And not only with COVID, it turned out with a giant blood clot in my lung, I grinded for this card. So, like, the grind for this card was when I was at that stage literally dying. But no, we came out, we got the card, and he sucked. Yeah, he wasn't very good. Jonathan Isaac, look, a power forward, he does gotta go into the C tier category, but I actually do kind of like the card. Josh Smith, I'm gonna go D tier again. I don't like him. It's weird because I've always said this about this Josh Smith. I loved every other Josh Smith card. I just don't like this one, especially a power forward. Wancho, again, he's got to go into the Jabari Smith category. They've got basically identical SIGs. The difference between Wancho and Jabari Smith is that Jabari Smith looks about 6'6", Wancho looks about 6'4". Jawan's got D tier as well. Jawan's actually pretty damn good. Kareem Invincible. Hey, he's lower, This Kareem is Invincible is way better than this one in game, regardless of player builds. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll put my Kareem into A tier. Okay, so Hero Kareem, I go B. He's just got that length. He got that length. Not the great shooter, but he's good. Kevin Durant, D, I guess. Low D. C tier for Invincible Kevin Durant. Kevin Garnett. I don't like Kevin Garnett. I'll give him low B. I'll give him low B tier. I know he can move, but his jumper is just so bad. Kevin McHale is actually, he's going in C tier, but he's super slept on. I don't think people have realized just how good Kevin McHale has been in my team. He's been really, really nice. LMA, D tier. At this stage in the game, LMA is D tier. He was pretty decent when he came out, though. Like, he was. He genuinely was. I think it was season 7, wasn't it? That he was the Vault Reward. He was pretty good. LaMelo, 1 tier below wherever Ben Wallace is. They're essentially the same card. If I got Ben Wallace in B tier, I'm going to have to put LaMelo in C tier. LaMelo is the most juice stats ever. He genuinely does. Larry Legend. Like, basic leaner. E tier. E tier. Larry freaking Keenan, get yourself up into... His player build's so big. I'm going to actually move LaMelo down. Screw it. But Larry Keenan, go get yourself into C tier. This Larry Keenan card. You guys will see it in a video tomorrow. Well, today or tomorrow. Where I basically don't use any endgames. But Larry Keenan is that dude. He is that dude. Larry Nance. If he has a duo with Ferry, he's better than D tier. So I'm going to put Ferry and Larry Nance in D tier. Because with their duos, they're both C tier. Even though individually they're both E tier players. Larry Markin, E tier. Kind of fun though. LeBron James, D tier. And I really don't want to put him in D tier. And with that, is there any other... What other LeBrons are there? I'm going to put every LeBron other than the end game has to go into D tier. Like, these LeBrons suck so bad. Like, I would be... Like, these LeBrons are the 2 worst players in E tier. I just... Oh, man. There's no... I just hate LeBron so much in this game. Marcus Gasol, C. Big body. Not much else. Big body can kind of shoot. Mark Eaton, I'm going to put Mark Eaton. If I've got Sabonis in B tier, Mark Eaton's a better version of Sabonis. Like, he will go, he's going to go higher tier in centers, but he's not a bad power forward. Mark Williams, again, he's going into that tier. He's big and mobile. Okay, so we got Yaos. I think just because of size, like, I got to go Sa with these guys. I got to go SAA. This Yao power forward, I know he's cheesy, but he's kind of slow for there. You want him really at center. So I'm going to put the two, I'm going to go SAB. Like, this Yao Ming is a lot less mobile, for example, than like Glitch Taco. Mobamba D. Mobamba, but one of the most disappointing players in the game. D for disappointing. His release is just so iffy. Moses Malone D tier. I've used him loads of times. He's just sucked every time I've used him. I got him on my 30-day series in like day 2, and he was out of my team on day 3. Miles Turner, man, Miles Turner stinks. E tier. Thurman. Now Thurman's going like high C tier. I used him again today for the first time in a while, and I forgot just how much of a fan of Nate Thurman I am. I actually think this card is a freaking beast, lads. He's one of the most slept on cards on all my team. Dunked over Jokic. I'm sorry, at this stage of the game, you're an E tier player. Paolo Banchero, probably like D tier. Nah, I'll give him C. Give him like lowest of C tier, but Banchero is only okay. Siakam, a power forward. Get yourself into E tier. There's just something about Siakam this year. He's not very good. Siakam is not good this year. This Ewing is E tier, albeit the Opal Ewing probably would go into D tier. Pau Gasol, I'll be nice and give you a D tier. Popeye Jones, Popeye the Chicken Man, E tier. Ori, wherever Melo is, to the same card. So yeah, Ori's gonna go D. Scotty Barnes, this is an interesting one because he's really damn good at power forward. I think B tier is the right spot. He's really damn good at small forward. I think B tier is the right spot for him. I think B tier is that right spot for Scotty Barnes, to be honest. Okay, Serge, D. Like, he's a good defender. He can shoot the ball well. Like, there are 100 worse cards than Serge Ibaka. He's solid, man. He's solid. This Shaquille O'Neal and this Shaquille O'Neal is going to go D. This Shaquille O'Neal is going to go C. And this Shaquille O'Neal is going to go A. A. Like, he got lighter. The issue with Shaq, with the first Shaq, is he loses stamina quick and he can't really move. The issue with the second Shaq is that while he still can't really move, his release is really slow. And in this Shaq, he just kind of doesn't burst fast. That's his only issue. Sean Kemp. I actually don't like him a power forward. I'm still going to give him D tier though, because he's a god tier on-ball defender. Tari Eason, too little for power forward. Tari Eason's like a Jameson. He's like a Jameson. He's just too small. Like, he's fine, but like, is Tari Eason any better than Siakam? I don't think so. To be fair, like, D and E tier kind of blend into each other. Thon Maker, like C tier. Thon's fine. That Gamma set's so disappointing. Best player in the whole Gamma set was Gerald Wallace. Thurl just got some length. You know, you're not going to want to run Thurl at all. Came out season 5. Like, Timmy D. I'll go C tier. I think Tim Duncan's slightly better than, like, some... Yeah, he's, like, slightly better than Bill Russell and stuff. Slightly better than Bill Russell. So I'll go C tier for him. Tobias Harris, E. Will Chamberlain, A. Will definitely A tier. I kind of still... The only endgame card in the game with Luka base, a unique player, a really, really unique player. There's not many other cards in the game that are like Wilt, which is why for me he's one of the most interesting cards in the entire game. Okay, so after that we had this Wilt. Look, you're not gonna want to run this Wilt to power forward. Get him into E. Zion, you don't want to run a power forward. Get him into E. This AD is better than the first Invincible AD. They're both gonna go C tier. But this AD is better than the first Invincible. No question about that. Kevin Durant, D. Like, you're not going to want to play the dude at power forward at all. Actually, no, screw it. If I've got the invincible Kevin Durant in C tier, he's going to go C tier. Porzingis, I'm not going to lie, A tier. A tier. For this version of Porzingis, I think he belongs in A tier. With... Ooh. I'm going to have to move somebody out of these tiers. So, Gerald Wallace is going to go... Or Rashard Lewis is going to go into, like... C tier. He's actually not terrible. Obviously, Taco's going S tier. Obviously, Ralph has to go into S tier. Which means that Taco and LeBron... I'm going to put LeBron in B tier. It means that this Taco has to go into A tier just by default. Which means you have to move one player down in tiers. For me, the bests are Yao and Taco. They are the best. Then it's probably Kareem. Then it's Porzingis. I hate it because he's unique. But I'm going to have to move Dirk down because I think Ralph is that effective at power forward. So yeah, that is the video, lads. That is my list. The best power forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.